What's going on, YouTube? Aaron here, and as many of the experienced players know that watch my videos, this side is going to come over here, and the enemy spawn, which spawns right here, between these two squares essentially, is going to go to this side, creating the inevitable fishbowl that always occurs on this map. If you just take your destroyer, go into Bravo, and you take maybe the cruiser or the battleship and send one of them to the other side, you will shock the enemy into shock and awe of how advanced your skills are. But no, this side is always the strong side on the south, I guess south spawn here. Yeah, compass. What do we have? 2 GKs. Everyone's trying to do their secondary battery hits. 3 GKs on this flank. Nice. But that's what today's video is going to be about, is secondary battery hits. But we'll see how the game plays out, and if I want to title it something different, so be it. You will get clickbaited. Looks like the team is already working into that formation. It's, as Thanos said, it is inevitable. But what we can maybe title this video "Reading the Map." We can see that the destroyer is already in Bravo, and it's a Kagero. So if the Gearing had any sort of gall, any sort of courage, he would charge the Kagero because he almost doubles him in health, and he has guns that are much more effective than the Kageros. So in the meantime, we're going to try and yoink. Oh yeah, come on, maximum yoinkage. Maximum yoinkage. He's slowing down. Come on, Germans. Give me maximum yoinkage. Come on! Oh, almost. But yeah, let's go ahead and get these secondary targeting hits in the safe and correct way. We got 2 GKs with us. Get the back guns off there. Maybe a little risky, but yeah. Go ahead and turn back in now to avoid any super amounts of damage. You want me to get back? Where am I gonna go? You want me to reverse a 100-ton ship that goes 26 knots even without the reduced speed? Okay, thank you. But the Yamato made a critical error, and let's see if we can make him pay. Yep. Oh, we should have got the second dev strike. We're gonna get the back guns on to get the meme-worthy video here. Good night. Oh my gosh, we're already taking a shit ton of damage, and you will pushing in and brawling in situations like these, but yeah. If these two cowards would have pushed forward, we could have had a monster game, but we're gonna go down here already. We're getting hyper-focused, as per usual in these German battleships, and as per usual for Legendary tier. But again, we're going down like a sweet muffin. I don't know, maybe we can get inside the will range here. If we can yoink this guy out of existence. Come on. Can we do it? If anyone has any sort of intelligence, they will realize that I have will to rebuild, and we might be able to live. The problem is it's not that greatly upgraded. It's only Legend 2. Seems like this guy knows what he's doing. He's calling the proper callouts at this stage in the game. But it's also the fact that he's back there. I know you can't rush in like a fool, but we saw that the DD was in the middle, so we had no chance at that point in the game of getting cross-torped. So, there's no reason not to push in this situation. We also see that, as per usual, these ships came over here, and there's 5 ships on the other side with the destroyer lingering in the middle, and our Gearing smoked up for God knows what reason. Okay, there we go. So we're alive. But I don't know for how much longer. We need to play our ship's health very cautiously. The Gearing is finally getting the cap now, and we should start being willed. Finally. We survived. 100 secondary battery hits, 8 citadels. I don't know what it's going to take for people to realize that the Yamato is not invincible, and any sort of fashion, and I have made the mistake a few times because she's a very slow battleship, very ill-maneuverable, non-maneuverable. But we're still actually not even inside these guys' Will's range. There needs to be an option. It's like, I need Will. Will me. But now we need to do what most noble GK captains do, and that is sit in the back. Because, okay, there we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Should get it to about 20k. It's 20% of your health? Yeah. So I run into a problem now of keeping up with this battleship and getting focused. Let's go ahead and turn out with the cruiser. But the problem is I will need Will at almost all times if I want to survive any sort of engagement with anything beyond a Conqueror not knowing what he's doing. Hopefully we do not get detected here, although we're already on the range of our detection. I don't mind people doing callouts like that, but yes, obviously we're going to shoot at the only available broadside battleship I have to shoot at. Does it make sense to not shoot in that situation? Like, that is an completely unnecessary comm. He's looking at me. He's actually not looking at anything. He's just turning. The turret traverse on that thing is like a Japanese anime. It takes forever to get to the plot point. There's the high caliber. I think we just needed to maybe... no, we already damaged him. But again, we're going to go ahead and turn out. We do not want to be in any sort of engagement. Now, we could get yoinked here if he had AP loaded and all guns on target, but... Oh, I might beach myself. I'm an idiot. I forget how slow and just... and how the turning circle is 1,000 meters. I thought that was going to be better. But yeah, we're going to do what we preached in my positioning video and get a flank as well as not be the center of attention. It's very hard in this situation. The game played out exactly how it does every 99 out of 100 times. You have the battleship. Is that the Conqueror? Yes, you have the battleships that are... This guy spawned right here. Just letting everyone know that. This guy spawned right here. Went all the way around and then came back. He hasn't been touched and he hasn't fired a shot in 8 minutes. Guys, if you spawn here, just do not lemon trade to this side. It's frustrating. But moving on, we're going to go get a flank and try and remain close to this Wichita. We're going to ask for his support. I seriously doubt that he has any clue what Will to Rebuild is, or that... he's gave me a Roger, we'll see. It's very hard, I have to admit, even, you know, when we have maybe one chance to yoink this guy out of existence. He has 32mm plating, although when I was shooting a broadside, or when I was bow tanking a Grosser Kurfürst, he penned me for like 6 to 8k every time. It must have been the side armor, but yeah. If he was smart, he would switch to me. But he's not going to be smart, he's going to turn broadside. No. He's twisting and turning. He's got some sort of maneuverability. Yeah, but there's the pens we wanted. Our team is doing everything in their power to throw this game. Where are you going? Oh, God. What do you need support with? God. Of course. And in trying to get a flank in position, I ended up getting every ship on this flank to shoot at me. So we're going to go down here, going down like a sweet muffin. Let's see if we can take the Worcester with us. Why would we be able to do that? I'm spamming the comms wheel here because I'm rather frustrated with the game. I tried to make a video this morning titled Legendary Tier is an absolute dumpster fire. And it is. It is beyond a dumpster fire. And this is the reason why. You have a rental Conqueror that spawned here that looped all the way around, is now looping to the opposite side of which the ships are on. Of course, it gives me a Citadel with one possible hit, and we get permanent fired. as his dead salvo comes to get us. That is the sound of my controller being gently set on my desk. But let's finish out the game here. This is going on YouTube regardless. It's a good way, like we said, to get secondary hits is playing the GK, playing it correctly, and being aggressive. You cannot sit in the back of the map. This GK has not really involved himself in the fight. You can see that because of every point of health being on his ship except for maybe scraping an island. That's a joke because you don't lose health from scraping islands. And that's because he lemon trained to the left here. If you play this map called Fault Line and you lemon train to the left, you're a bot, so you can call it Bot Line. This GK and this Conqueror have done nothing but get miles on their ship this entire match. And now that Wichita, who decided to not support me over here, sailed straight into a Grosso Kurfürst. Oh my goodness. I should be a sports announcer. I wonder what the strategy was abandoning the island cover and me over here and sailing directly into this. Oh man. Yep, no, this is legendary, Peppy. It's an absolute dumpster fire. This guy has, I mean, he just has no clue. I had the honor of streaming with Spartan and Hive yesterday. Shout out to both of them. Thank you to both of them. And you know, I'm the newbie on the block, so I'm not going to absolutely destroy the hopes and dreams of everyone, you know, playing. But like, what on earth could you possibly be doing? Like, what is going through your head in order to you being at this position at 3 minutes left in the game with full health in a battleship that has just now fired his guns? That may be the first time he's fired his guns all game. Oh, it's frustrating. It's frustrating because I've done my part. I tanked a bunch of damage. I dished out a bunch of damage. I pushed forward. I got a capture point, a solo capture, mind you. And I had very, very little support. He's also firing AP. There's nothing wrong with firing AP in the... Yeah, he's a super Unicum solo warrior. Yeah, right. I think I'm just a regular Unicum, so what do I know? I don't know what the stats are, but... yeah, I don't know. I did not have a good outing on that stream, by the way, but when people are stream sniping you and they know where you are, it does make it a little bit more difficult. If he can kill this Atago and live, we might actually get the win, but I don't think that's going to happen. Well, that should have been a Citadel. Looks like he's going to get him, but he's turning broadside to 2. There are 2 GKs left. Everyone's trying to get their target hits now. This guy's going to get a Kraken. See, the problem with the game is, and again, I'm not sure what this video is going to be titled. This GK who spawned over here, he's about to get a Kraken, and he, you know, if he does, fair play to him. He could have played it he could have played it well. I only experienced the game from my perspective. But he's going to do that every time now because this match played in his favor, and that's not the way to go about the game. You need to realize that no 2 games are the same, and while you can interpret a lot of enemy moves like we did, like we said all 3 ships are going to lemon train to this side and all 3 are going to lemon train to that side, stop doing that. And now he's sailing broadside in between 2 battleships. Yeah. No 2 games play out the way that you would really want them to. They always play out differently, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like this Conqueror may have gotten a good game over here once going this way and getting like a nice broadside or something, and because of that, he's going to play that way every single time. It's just it's the human nature of people to do that. Like, oh, I got a dev strike on a ship going this way once, that's how I'm going to do it. Great, you got the Kraken, perfect. So now every time that he spawns on Fault Line, he's going to go to the left, and that's not the way to do it. You need to spread out your team's resources. On the board first, oh, come on game. Controller glitch, it's probably because I threw it. On the board, 2,000 XP on the losing team. It would have been a 3,000 XP game because there's a 50% win bonus. But again, there's absolutely nothing you can do when you have a Yamato and then things like this. And that Conquer actually, he must have shot his guns more than I realized. He got 3 kills. But yeah, huge problem with Legendary Tier. And you know what? This is actually going to be the video that we call Legendary Tier. Legendary Tier is an absolute dumpster fire. And you guys just witnessed the perfect example of that. But we'll do a dual purpose for this video, a secondary hits and legendary tier dumpster fire that it is. 214 close quarters, high caliber first blood. So let me go ahead and show you guys my Franz von Hipper, and this is now a lot of people are going to disagree with me here, and you can write your complaints in the comments down below. I'm not going to change this build. 1, because I don't care. I don't play the GK that much. 2, because I like the accuracy on the GK, as the accuracy and dispersion on the GK. Reload time. Now you could change Madden out for this. This doesn't really help too much. I'm not going to change this. And a true secondary build would be running, what's his, Ciliax, with all of these Porcupine, this garbage. I don't like these builds. You take away too much from the guns. As T-Bull said a long time ago, I don't know. I just remember this video, or him saying this. You fire your primary guns all the time. You only fire your secondary guns in unique circumstances. So getting secondary hits, while it's cool and fun and all that, it's only a part of the game. As you saw, we hit that Yamato for like 8 citadels. If we turned, we could have potentially got another dev strike on, another one shot on a Yamato. Yamato players, be smarter. But this is the build we have. I don't like running this because the speed, you saw it, is slow enough. This, now I may need to take this off, but yeah, I don't know. I like the range and the shell grouping. This is what I'm running. Now I did switch this one for this, just simply for the fact that we were trying to get secondary hits, but honestly I run this sometimes. Reload time and enhanced, you're only using that. You're only using this a very limited amount of time, and that's the way I look at it. I'm using my primary guns all the time, even in secondary close range engagements. So, that is the video, guys. That is how to get secondary hits, and as well as legendary tiers, an absolute dumpster fire. I don't know why these rentals made their way into the game. I like the idea of them, don't get me wrong, but people with it takes no skill, it takes no knowledge of the game to get these, and that creates a huge skill gap in these super mismatched games that we're having. I've been experiencing them all morning. Defeat, victory first on the board, victory second on the board, lightning, victory first on the board, 3k, defeats. I died. Look at this match. I died first in the first 5 minutes with 43k in my Yamato, and I finished second. Somebody tell me there's not a problem there. Yeah, so, you guys can say that I'm a bad player, but consistently finishing first on top of the board, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Here's the pudding. All right, guys, that is the video. That is getting secondary hits and a good ship to do it. Another good ship, if you don't have the GK, is the Bismarck. That is the tier 7 version, or the Massachusetts. Now, beyond that, when you get to the lower tiers, any German battleship really is going to be good at that. They have some of the best secondary ranges in the game. They have the best secondary ranges in the game, as well as just getting in nice and close with your battleships. Japanese are pretty decent at it too. Nagato has some fiery secondaries, as well as Amagi, but again, you have to get in close. Play aggressive, stop sitting in the back. That's another good piece of advice that people do not seem to understand in these legendary matches. As well as, going about it strategically. We rushed in rather than had support. If that support had been in closer, we may have had more health, but that's a moot point at this stage. It's also because I'm a wallet warrior dentist. Yes, it is. Oh, good times. That is the video. that is the GK. You guys know and love her well. I seem to always one-shot Yamatos when I trying to get YouTube videos in this gal. But yeah, that is the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me get a nice little screenshot of the ship here for the thumbnail. Hope you guys enjoyed it. AA run out. Peace.